immorality, and it has two meanings. One, zina carries a punishment, and the other zina does not carry a punishment. Zina, according to the Quran, is sexual intercourse outside marriage between two consenting adults, whether they are married or not. So we talked about adultery, we talked about fornication. Zina is both. Zina is an Arabic word to describe both, and that is again to have a sexual intercourse outside marriage between consenting adults, whether they are married or not. Now, Abdur Rahman, the slaves of the most compassionate and the most merciful, do not commit neither fornication nor adultery. How come? Because they are modest, God-fearing individuals and are aware of the consequences. They do satisfy their sexual urge. They are a human being after all, but in a lawful way. Although they are high caliber believers, mu'mins, righteous, pious, spend their nights in worship, etc. However, they do not deprive their physical needs. They do fulfill. I don't want you to take this picture of Abdur Rahman that they are some kind of a Sufi who retreats to some mountain and does nothing and renounces the world. No, this is not Abdur Rahman. Abdur Rahman lead a balanced life. As a matter of fact, they can be described or they can be understood as described by the Tabi'een and by the Tabi'at Tabi'een as Ruhbanul Layl wa Fursan al-Nahar. They are like monks at night. They worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but during the day they are the knights of the day. They go and they fight if they have to for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those individuals understand their physical needs. They eat good and wholesome food, dhabiha. They nourish their body with good food. And also they don't suppress their sexual urge by not marrying, just so that they can be closer to Allah. If this happens, they are not Ibadur Rahman. Three individuals who came to the wives of the Prophet ﷺ inquiring about his ibadah. So the wives of the Prophet explained to them the ibadah of the Prophet ﷺ, and they concluded that this is not sufficient for us. The Prophet of Allah had been forgiven his sins, mistakes, past and present and future. We must do more than that. So one of them said, I'm going to spend the whole night in prayers forever. Another person said, I will fast every day forever. And then the third person says, I will not marry. I will never marry. When the Prophet heard the news, he called the three individuals and he says, did you three say such and this and that? They said, yeah, thinking that they were doing something good, thinking that they were going to be patted on the back. He says, don't do that. He says, Wallahi, I swear by Allah, I'm the most fearful of God than all of you. And I am the one who has most taqwa and most righteous among you. I stand up at night in prayers and I sleep. I fast and I break fast and I eat. And I marry women, not only one. I have many wives. فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. Whoever goes against my practice, my sunnah, my tradition, is not from me. So those Ibadur Rahman understand there is no need for adultery. There is no need for fornication. They understand. They marry and they fulfill their sexual desire. They understand that committing adultery is a violation of one of Allah's 10 commandments. In Surah Al-Isra again, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً وَسَاءَ سَبِيلًا. Don't come near zina. Now listen to these wordings. Which of the two is more severe? Something that Allah said don't do, or something that Allah said don't come near? Obviously the one don't come near. This is more severe, because now Allah doesn't want you to even come close to it. Allah said pork is forbidden. The flesh of swine is forbidden for you to eat. He never said that you can't look at it. He never said you can't pet it for that matter, you can if you want to. But you can't eat its flesh. But in the case of zina, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا, don't come near zina. How can we prevent ourselves from coming near zina? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains. He said in Surah An-Nur, revealing to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ وَيَحْفَظُوا فُرُوجَهُمْ ذَلِكَ أَزْكَى لَهُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا يَصْنَعُونَ وَقُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنَّ وَيَحْفَظْنَ فُرُوجَهُنَّ إلى آخر الآية. Tell them, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, tell the believing men, the instruction came to both believing men and believing women. Tell the believing men, يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ, to lower their gaze. That's what it means. لَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا. You lower your gaze. When you see fahisha, when you see immorality, particularly living here, wherever you go, you can't help but look. You look this way, you say astaghfirullah. You look this way, astaghfirullah. You look astaghfirullah. You can't help it sometimes. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, lower your gaze. Sometimes you can't help it. You just seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and don't entertain. Don't look back, because the next minute you look again, it goes against you. The first look perhaps is for you, as the Prophet told Ali radiallahu anhu, but the second look is against you, because now you're looking with lustful eyes. And this is zina. This is what the Prophet said, zina al-ayn. This is the zina of the ayn, of the eye. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet to tell the believing men to lower their gaze and protect their privates, meaning don't commit zina. ذَلِكَ أَزْكَى, this is purer for them. أَزْكَى لَهُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ خَبِيرٌ بِمَا يَصْنَعُونَ. Allah is aware of what you do. If you look with lustful eyes, He knows. If you look accidentally, He understands. Similarly, وَقُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنْ, and tell the believing women for them also to lower their gaze and protect their privates. Till the end of the ayah. So they lower their gaze. The Abdur Rahman understand. They lower their gaze wherever they go. Whether they are in the marketplace, whether they are at work, whether they are at school, in college, university, wherever they may be, they are aware. وَلَا يَزْنُونَ, they don't entertain. They don't even try to steal a look at this girl or that girl. They know that looking at girls with lustful eyes is zina, even if they didn't actually commit the act. The Prophet ﷺ said, this is in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. He said, Allah has decreed for every son of Adam his share of zina, and there is no way to escape from it. The zina of the eye is a glance. The zina of the tongue is speaking, and the zina of the mind is wishing and hoping. Then the private part either acts upon this or it does not. Similarly, you find our girls protect themselves and protect men also. How? By being modest themselves in the way they dress. We can't help the disbelievers or the non-Muslims who dress any which way they like, but at least for our believing women, they themselves avoid anything that may lead into, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, even zina al-ayn. So they protect themselves, dress modestly, and protect our men as well by dressing with loose fittings, loose clothing, not transparent where you can see through. They dress not tight clothes where all the curves of her body is shown. They don't wear makeup. They don't wear perfume to seduce people. They do wear hijab or satr, or they cover their head lest they attract men toward them. So they also help each other. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Al-mu'minuna wal-mu'minat, the believing men and the believing women are protectors of one another. Those are the qualities of Abdur Rahman. So they understand its severity and its penalty, so they avoid this great sin.